Remember when The Simpsons wanted to cash in on every popular video game trend? Wrestling, skateboarding, arcade beat-em-ups, and eventually Crazy Taxi. Well, today we're diving into a full 100% achievements run of The Simpsons Road Rage for the PS2. We're doing this through a site called RetroAchievements, which adds achievements into all your favourite retro games. So for those of you who don't know, this game is basically The Simpsons doing Crazy Taxi. Pick up Springfield's finest and not so finest, race against the clock, dodge traffic, and deliver them to their destinations as fast as possible. Going for 100% doesn't just mean cruising around town dropping off passengers, that means unlocking every character, mastering every neighbourhood, nailing all the bonuses, and checking off every challenge the Retro Achievements community has cooked up. So buckle up, grab a Buzz Cola, and let's hit the streets of Springfield for some good old-fashioned road rage, Simpsons style. So the bulk of the achievements in this game are either from milestones of earning money from the main game, or by completing each mission in the mission mode. There are a few others which I'll get to as we progress through. So I had a little bit of experience with this game back on the GameCube when I was younger, but I'd never played the PS2 port until starting this run. But they seem to be virtually the same, except for having different achievement sets on Retro Achievements. I had absolutely no plan to start with, so just hopped into the main Road Rage mode and earned our first 3 achievements. Are you sure that's safe? For earning a safe trip bonus by not hitting any cars when delivering a passenger. The next was called You Have a Serious Mental Illness, for earning a Road Rage bonus by hitting as many objects as I could. And next, Trying is the first step toward failure, which is our first of many monetary milestones, but this one was just for $1,000. So with this momentum in mind, I decided the next best plan was to try the mission mode just to get a taste of what I was in for. In this first mission, you have to drive as Willie in his tractor and destroy 12 newspaper boxes. There are 20 overall, so this was a nice and easy first mission. Not sure how I felt about the sounds that played every time you hit a box though. Bit weird. Anyway, this gives us the Willie's Paper Shredder achievement. On to the next mission, and it was at this point I realised just how damn long the loading screens are. Genuinely, an hour of my overall game time must have been spent staring at Bart on a loading screen. Ay caramba. Speaking of Bart, the next mission has us playing as him, driving Homer to work after he's been caught skipping his shift. This one started off brilliantly. And again. Anyway, after a couple of attempts we got the Homer on the Run achievement for completing mission 2. Next up I headed back into the main Road Rage mode, as this is going to be a massive grind to reach the final milestone. Along the way we earn the Well It Ain't Getting Any Safer achievement for earning a safe trip bonus having not hit any cars in the level at all, which was a total fluke. And then the In Conclusion, Libya is a Land of Contrast achievement for reaching the $10,000 milestone. So my plan was to try and break up the main Road Rage mode with a couple of missions in between. So next up I earned the Barney's Rage achievement for mission 3 completion, followed by the Otto's Driving Test achievement for mission 4 completion. Whilst the missions themselves are somewhat repetitive, I liked that it forces you to try other characters. The missions can pretty much be boiled down to one of two things: take a passenger to their destination, or destroy one specific type of object so many times. And that's all there is to it. So back to Road Rage, and I was beginning to think, wow, I really am shit at this game. I can't seem to earn much money in a run, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. But it turns out that the game starts you on easy difficulty, where you get more time but earn significantly less money. So I swapped it over to hard, where you start with only 40 seconds as compared to a minute, but can earn much more, which would prove to be very useful for the late game grind. Anyway, that earns us the Only Thing I'm High On Is Love achievement for $30,000 earned, and the I'm Losing My Perspicacity achievement for $50,000 earned overall. By this point I'd only been playing for just over an hour and had earned 11 out of 44 total achievements. Progress was going strong. But would that continue? So moving on, we hit up mission number 5 and earned the Snake's Day Off achievement for completing it. Now, to ensure that this video isn't too long, I'll just gloss over the next 4 milestone achievements that I earned after this. So we got Gimme 5 Bs for a quarter for the $75,000 milestone, Grease Me Up Woman for the $100,000 milestone. Sex Cauldron, I thought they closed that place down. Oh man, these achievement names are killing me. Anyway, that was for $125,000. And then You Cannot Hurt a Twinkie achievement for the 150k milestone. Now, if unlike me you're any good at math, you will have noticed that those 4 milestones were broken up by $25,000 gaps, which really helped the sense of progression. The next 3 milestones are broken up by 50,000, and then the remaining milestones after that are all in gaps of 100,000. How wonderful. Anyway, that's enough equations and mathematics, let's go back to the mission mode. Next up, we completed Mission 6, where I unlocked the They'll Never Take Me Alive achievement, and then immediately after completed Mission 7, unlocking the Save the Hovercar achievement. It was at this point where I first played as Dr. Frink in his hovercar, and realised how quick and relatively good with handling he was. So, spoilers, I ended up using him for the majority of the late game grind. So moving back over to Road Rage, we earned the Madman of Evergreen Terrace achievement for earning Madman ranking on the Evergreen Terrace map. To earn a Madman rating, you have to earn more than $15,000 in a single run, which depending on the map and difficulty can be a massive pain. To get every achievement, unfortunately I do need to get that Madman rating on all the maps. I didn't want to try and grind these out yet though, as I was hoping most of these would just happen naturally as I got better at the game. Ever the hopeful one I am. As well as getting the Madman for Evergreen, on the same run we also earned the We Want Chili Willy achievement for reaching the $200,000 milestone, which means we only have another $800,000 to earn. Yippee! Now, continuing my idea of breaking up the run between grind and missions, I slid back on over to mission mode to take on Mission 8, where we have to play as Lisa and have to drive through 24 wood piles within 45 seconds. This is honestly such a ridiculous mission because there is absolutely no clear route to take, unlike previous missions. After a lot of trial and error, I managed to figure it out, but this was my first moment of road rage, see what I did there, with this game. But hey ho, this unlocked the Not the Trees achievement, and left us with just 2 missions remaining. Back on over to Road Rage mode, we earned 15,000 in a run on Entertainment District, which unlocked the Madman of Entertainment District achievement. Shortly after this I headed over to Springfield Dam and earned 15,000 in a single run there as well, unlocking the Madman of Springfield Dam achievement. That is now 3 out of 6 Madman achievements earned. And in the same run as getting Madman on Springfield Dam, we also unlock the Oh, a Garage, well la-di-da Mr. Frenchman achievement for earning 250,000 in total. Finally, after this steady burst of progression, I calmed down following the frustration with the Lisa mission and decided to hop in and tackle the final 2 missions. Mission 9 has you play as Krusty and you have to knock over tourist signs. This one did take a couple of attempts, but it wasn't too long before I worked out the optimal route, unlocking the Krusty's Escape achievement. So then, time for our final mission. I wonder if this will be hard. Spoiler alert, it really wasn't. You play as Homer and have this weird top-down point of view and have to knock over statues in Mr. Burns' garden while he tries to stop you. And it's very easy. So that unlocks the Burns Arena achievement and completes the full mission mode. Which now sadly meant that I only had Road Rage mode based achievements left to earn. Part of me wished that I'd spread the missions out a bit more, but after the disaster that was the Lisa mission, I was just glad to have it all done. So next up I earned over 15,000 in one run on the Power Plant map, unlocking the Madman of Nuclear Power Plant. Nuclear Power Plant is an incredibly easy map to earn money on once you learn the pretty easy shortcuts, and combining that with playing as Dr. Frink would really help me in the late game grind. We then finally hit our final $50,000 gap milestone of 300,000 and unlocked the Spell AC/DC achievement for doing so. This now meant that all of the milestones I had left were in gaps of 100k. Next I hit up the downtown map and after not too long earned $15,000 in one run, unlocking the Madman of Downtown achievement. Now, this was where I'd started to only play as Dr. Frink and use the nuclear power plant map to start earning the big cash to reach our next milestone of 400,000, unlocking the Bake Him Away Boys achievement. Now, I knew I only had one more Madman achievement left to get, but I was dreading the challenge of it. The map is called Springfield Mountains, and my only taste of it up until this point had been from the dreaded Lisa mission, so it hadn't left the best of impressions on me. But nonetheless, I bravely entered the mountains in a mighty quest to earn $15,000 in one run. Now, most likely down to my own skill issues, I couldn't for the life of me reach that figure. I would get close to about 10k, 12k, but never quite reach that $15,000 milestone. So I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not overly proud of what I did next. Springfield Mountains has a fairly well-known bug. Allow me to explain. At the end of the tunnel before the gorge jump, there is always a passenger that wants to go to the other side of the gorge. So the trick is to pick that passenger up, do the jump, drop them off, and then as soon as they get out the car, hit the reset car button and it will respawn you back to the end of the tunnel before the jump, exactly where the passenger who wants to go over the gorge will be. For the best part of half an hour, I just sat and repeated this until I hit that $15,000 mark and unlocked the Madman of Springfield Mountains achievement. Believe me when I tell you, I never went back on this map afterwards. Now thankfully, my numerous attempts to beat that level legitimately had brought my overall total very close to the 500k mark, so at the same time as unlocking my Madman achievement, I also unlocked the It Was My First and Last Blackberry Schnapps achievement for $500,000 milestone. Now, the Simpsons Road Rage achievement set also includes one other kind of achievement: cheat-based achievements. Now I know what you guys are thinking when I say cheat-based, but it is not as bad as it sounds. By entering a variety of different codes on the option menu, such as holding the left and right bumpers together and pressing triangle triangle, circle circle, you can unlock 7 different secret characters. Each of these characters has an achievement tied to them where you have to earn an insane rating with them playing on any map. To earn the insane rating, you just need to earn $10,000 in a run, which really isn't that bad. I did all of these basically in one sitting, so I will just list each one off to show the characters off. So first up we got the No They're Saying Boo Earns achievement for playing as Smithers. He isn't animated properly like other characters, so during drop off or pickup he can look very lifeless and out of place, but it is quite funny. Next up we got the Are You My Conscience for playing as Halloween Bart, followed by the Hey Aren't You That Guy That Everybody Hates for playing as the Mr. Burns transit bus. This one was a bit more awkward because the bus is just so big. Next up we got the What Do You Want? We're a Cashless Society for playing as Christmas Apu. Then Saturdays of Thunder for playing as the Soapbox Car. Man, this thing is hilarious but also really fast. Unfortunately, it's not too great for the destruction side of things, as the car is tiny. Next up we got Thanksgiving's Not For Months for playing as Pilgrim Marge, and finally Never Dada Ya. What? For playing as New Year's Krusty. At the same time as finishing this Krusty run, we hit the $600,000 milestone. This took me to 40 out of 44 achievements and meant I just had to earn an additional $400,000 for this to finally be over with. So as I'm sure you could guess, the remaining grind was quite tedious. I'd read comments from other players saying the achievement run was fun up until about the 300,000 mark, which is where the milestone gaps get larger. I stuck with my tactic of playing Nuclear Power Plant and playing as Dr. Frink, eventually unlocking the following achievements. Oh, Why Do You Hate My Trains for earning 700k overall, Goodbye Student Loan Payments for earning 800,000 overall, and then the secret ingredient is Love for earning 900,000 overall. This left us with just one final achievement, and roughly about $60,000 left to earn to reach it. After one somewhat bittersweet final run on the power plant, we finally unlock the Damn It Smithers, This Isn't Rocket Science, It's Brain Surgery achievement for hitting that insanely high $1 million milestone. Now, for the most part, I enjoyed this achievement set. Sure, the game does have some jank to it with some slightly frustrating physics, but overall it's a good, if somewhat simple take on Crazy Taxi. There's a small voice in my head telling me to tackle the GameCube and Game Boy Advance port achievements as well, but for now I'm gonna tell that voice to shut the fuck up, as I'm definitely road raged out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any achievement sets you want to see me tackle, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications to stay up to date with my future uploads. A massive thank you to my Patreon subscribers for the support, and that just leaves me with one thing left to say. Bye bye.